Sam Clark from InvisiblePPC, back again this week to talk about client acquisition. This is episode 3 in our client acquisition series. And today we're going to be talking about prospecting methods. I've got 7 methods to cover with you today. We'll be talking about each one in a little bit more detail, and also be talking about the benefits of each one as well, and what kind of prospecting activity they're more suited towards, what kind of businesses they're more suited towards. Okay, so if you've missed any of the previous episodes, you can go back and watch episode 1 and 2. Episode 1 was about prospecting values. Episode 2 was about new business acquisition types. And again, today we're going to be talking about prospecting methods. So let's jump in. Prospecting method number 1 is email. Obviously, we all know, love and hate probably email. But prospecting via email is still something that's heavily used in this day and age. And it can be really, really successful as well. I think the best way to use email is if you are super targeted towards who you're outreaching, okay? Gone are the days of just blanket, copy and paste emails to anybody that's got an email address, hoping that somebody's going to pick it up, and playing that numbers game to try and book into a new conversation with somebody. We need to, if we're going to be using cold email as an outreach method and as a prospecting method, we need to be being hyper targeted with it. Okay, so this works really well if you are very niche focused. So if you're focused on dental, if you're focused on anything really, if you're focused on home services, if you've got a specific vertical or niche that you're focusing on, I think cold prospecting via email can work really, really well, because you can hyper personalize the message. You can talk about past and previous results that you've got for people in that same industry. And it gives you an opportunity to just be a bit more personal to that specific receiver that's in that industry as well. Okay, so I think that's one of the key things with cold email. You've got to be personalized. It can't just be a cookie cutter approach. There's got to be some personalization in there. You've got to be doing your research first. Look on the client's website. Find out, any awards that they've won, for example, mention it, drop that in the email. Find out, look at them on LinkedIn or look on their social profiles. Try and find anything that you can relate to about them. Just try and make the email a bit more personal. You're going to hit home. They're going to read that message, or they're going to be much more likely to read that message rather than just some blanket approach that you're going to take. And as I say, add some value in there by proving past results. And all that we're trying to do here with this cold outreach is just book a conversation, okay? Let's start the conversation, let's start the relationship. We're not going in for the close in a cold email, okay? Prospecting method number 2, the dreaded cold call, or the phone. It doesn't have to be cold, but using the phone to actually pick up and speak to somebody in this day and age, don't shy away from it. It actually makes you stand out from the crowd. If you're actually picking up the phone and having a conversation, some people like emails, some people like phones, some people like to speak to people to get a feel for them. So picking up the phone can actually be a really good way to start off that relationship and get into a conversation with somebody. Again, same with the cold email. I think this works better if you are focused on a specific niche. If you're vertical targeted, you can go in and you can ring all of the people from that specific vertical in your area and try and book yourself into conversations. If you're positioned as an expert in that industry, you're going to have much better success, rather than picking up the yellow pages and just calling anybody that's got a phone number in there, right? So try and keep it hyper specific, hyper targeted. We'll delve into messages in future videos in this client acquisition series. I'm not going to cover it right now, but look out for that. Prospecting method number 3 is social media. Everybody's aware of social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever it may be, wherever your prospect hangs out is the key point, is where you need to be. So you can be active on social media on LinkedIn if you are, prospecting for legal services professionals, or maybe you want to be hanging out in Facebook groups if you're targeting other businesses or other agencies. Whatever is right for you and your business and whoever you're focused on attracting, then you need to be in the right place where they are hanging out on social media so that you can get involved in the conversation. You'll notice the word conversation comes up a hell of a lot in this video, because when you are outbound prospecting or when you're doing prospecting activity, no matter which method you pick, we're trying to start a conversation and get involved in a conversation with that specific prospect, okay? So going on social media, finding out where they're hanging around. Maybe it's in Facebook groups, maybe it's on Twitter by searching hashtags that are relevant to the industry, whatever it may be. Use those social media channels to observe the conversations and get involved in the conversations and start adding value. We always want to be giving that value up front, and social media is a great way to do it. Prospecting method number 4, we're going old school, is networking. Okay, so forget your social networks online, we're going offline and we're going face to face. So a great way for you to go and connect with people face to face personally is by getting to a networking event that's in your local area. Maybe it would be by going to an industry conference as well, an industry specific conference, or just a live event of some sort where you can do networking in the break and you're also learning as well, right? So any kind of face-to-face interaction is obviously going to put you on a better track with that potential prospect, because they've seen you, they know you, they get a feel for you. There's not that barrier in between, you've met them. Okay, you'll get a feel for those people that are going to be good prospects and those people that are going to be bad prospects. So meeting people face to face is a great way to get over that barrier. Method number 5 is by using paid ads. Okay, so whether we are using Facebook ads or whether we're using Google AdWords, we're going to be using paid ads for lead gen, really, right? Now, you're going to be using them in probably 1 or 2 ways. I mean, just to be super basic about it, you're going to be either promoting content, via something like Facebook ads, or maybe you're going to be promoting a specific offer. So, if you're offering free audits to new clients, or if you're offering a free consultation worth X amount, right? You might want to use AdWords for something like that for people that are searching for your services. So you can use paid ads as well as another prospecting method to get yourself in front of new audiences, new cold audiences, get them towards a landing page where you can then convert them into a new lead. Method number 6 is webinars. We actually use webinars quite a lot here at InvisiblePPC. We find they work really well. Rob does a great job at presenting webinars. He's great on camera. And again, we try and get different people involved in the conversation. So, we'll reach out to other business owners in our network. You can do the same for yourself as well. And we'll try and promote a webinar based around a conversation that's relevant to the service that we're selling, but also relevant to the person that we're inviting to speak with us as well. We find that people that tune in for those types of conversations, get a lot of value out of them. We're talking business, we're talking agency growth, at the end of the day, we're giving value for free up front, okay? Yes, sometimes maybe there's a pitch at the end. That's fine. But the good thing about webinars is that you're always delivering the value up front. And as long, I find as long as that it's not a format where the whole webinar just leads to a pitch and it's basically a drawn out pitch, then I love webinars as a way to get yourself out there to cold audiences, to new people, and provide value for free up front, and those people are going to come back to you in the long run. They're going to get to know you personally as well. They've seen you on camera, they've seen your face, they've seen you speak, they get a feel for you, they can connect to you live on a webinar. Last but not least, method number 7 is online training or mini courses. Do you have any kind of content that you can package up into a mini course that provides a lot of value to a potential prospect of yours? Wrap it up in a mini course and give it away for free on your website, or promote it via paid ads for lead generation. If it's a specific course about how to get better at the basic mistakes of SEO, or whether it's something to do with social media, those kind of entry level basic need to knows that your clients should have before they come to you as a client, then you can educate them at the same time as generating new leads, so that when they do come to you to purchase your services, you're in a much better position, and so is the client, because they've been educated to a level that you're happy with. Now, obviously, there's much more prospecting methods out there than these 7 that I've gone through today, but I just wanted to give you some ideas and some potential methods that you might want to try out. Again, it depends on what's right for your business. Maybe your clients don't want to hang around and go through mini courses. Obviously, that's fine. Maybe your clients wouldn't respond well to a cold phone call. Whatever makes sense for you. Obviously, you need to figure that out. But here are some prospecting methods that you might be able to use. I hope you found this useful. Guys, there'll be another video released next week, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any questions or comments, please let me know. If you found this video helpful, great. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below and we'll try and make them better. But yeah, drop us a like and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.